Morgan Tressel. So, cut to the chase of what it was like when you were 17 years old and you turned pro and you're thinking, I'm going to be a professional athlete and I'm going to compete against these 25, 30, 35-year-old girls. Basically, was it a tough decision?
Was it a tough decision? For sure. Foregoing college in general is a tough decision. Whether I really felt like I was ready. I certainly did. My uncle was a professional tennis player as well, so he didn't go to college either and turned pro at a young age. So I kind of saw that it's possible to do that. And I don't know. After I played in the Women's Open when I was 13, I knew I wanted to play golf for a living. So whether that meant going to college or going straight to the LPGA, I had a little bit of success as an amateur in LPGA events and had accomplished everything that I wanted to in my amateur career and decided to give it a shot.
Well, and you won the Kraft Nabisco at 18. What took you so long?
That was quite the moment, being able to jump in Poppy's Pond. It's such an incredible historical event for the LPGA and all the great champions that have taken that leap into the pond and have hoisted that trophy, and certainly in honor of Dinah Shore, who was a great pioneer for the LPGA as well, a big promoter. And to have my name on that wall there every year when I go back is pretty special.
And this is a business audience, international audience as well, and I got to be very careful so I don't get punched, because you're not a senior states person and you're not kind of an ambassador, but you are a mentor to a lot of the girls out here. How does that feel?
Well, it's definitely roles have reversed over the last few years. I mean, this is my 11th year on tour, and I used to be the 17, 18-year-old who was the young whippersnapper, and now I'm one of the older players on tour, but still grinding away, doing my thing, and it's great to see the young talent. It shows the future of our game and our tour is really strong, and players like Lydia Ko and Brooke Henderson and Aria Jutanagar are in top 3 in the world right now, and they're all, the oldest is at 20. So, the future is certainly bright, and they have tremendous poise, and besides incredible golf games, they're great people who are great representatives of the tour.
That's another point that's important here. We're here in Indy, and there's this Women in Tech Challenge championship that's going to happen every year, and you're here as part of that. And there is such immersion of these athletes, you guys, in the community, and you really understand what that sponsorship's all about. Is that inherent? Is that ingrained? Is that Mike Wan, the commissioner, pounding it in your head? What is it?
I really think it's part of the LPGA's legacy in general, is to encourage the players to take tremendous ownership of our tour. And with that comes our events and our sponsors. And we have a saying that really resonates with me, and we have it all over our locker rooms every week. And it's pretty simple, but it's act like a founder. And we had 13 women who drove cars all over the country and put on their own golf tournaments and played for their own money and purses that they put up and tried to get their own sponsorships, and they created the organization 65 years ago, and it's still now the longest running women's sports organization in the world, and it's our job to carry the torch forward for the next generation, and I think our girls get it. I really do, and I think that's what's unique about the LPGA, and why having the LPGA here in Indy will be really great for this community.
Well, from a global perspective too, the Charles Barkley, I'm not a role model, anywhere from that to a player who doesn't respect or understand the history of a baseball game or whatever, frustrate you? Can you get by it? Is it that's their sport and this is mine? Or how do you feel about all that?
Yeah, that's their deal. Golf is very different. Golf is unique in that aspect. I mean, I think that every week out on tour we have 144 great role models, especially for the young generation of golfers. It's a big initiative of the LPGA, is with USGA LPGA Girls Golf, and encouraging the next generation of players, not just to be professional golfers, but to be great people through the game of golf and teach them life that way. And that's how we feel, and I can't speak for anybody else, but that's certainly how I try to go about my day and to live my life.
A little different for you because you've got it, you understand business. How difficult is the transition from kind of knowing when to give up the active game? You're not there yet, but knowing that it's in the future, to becoming a successful business person after that.
Well, for sure. It's quite the challenge, right? I mean, golf is unique in that you certainly can play golf for a long time, but only really the best are able to do that, to have long careers. And other than that, what's next? And I think here with the Women in Tech Initiative in Indy, it would be interesting to see what players get involved and what players are interested by it, who are maybe looking for their next opportunity and something to take them further beyond the game of golf. And I mean, we'll all have golf with us for our entire lives, and I'm a huge believer that golf is very important in business, even in any office, to be able to have the ability to play golf, get you out on the boardroom, out on the golf course, which is a very special place. And so I think it'll be really neat to see how that assists our players as well.
Magic wand, Mike Wan has it, you don't. Magic wand, wave it, change one thing about the women's tour today, what is it?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, we're constantly nipping away, trying to, I mean, our big thing is the communities that we travel to, and that we're a worldwide global tour. We're the only one. Yeah. We play in, I don't know, 12, 15 different countries, and, you know, my passport is very large and has a lot of stamps and visas and everything else, but then we also have the ability to play 15 times here in the States and to really make an impact here back at home. We have players from all over the world that come to compete on our tour. It's where the best players in the world come to play, and we showcase that every week.
By the way, so everybody understands, politics may be in the future. That was a really good answer, but it wasn't the question that I asked, but that's okay. So no magic wand answer? You're not going to give me a magic wand answer?
I have to think about it.
Right.
I have to think about it.
All right, we'll do that, 6 months, 2 years from now, we'll do that again. Finally, what do you do? I know you have a pension interest for business, family, all that is obviously important, but what do you do with the next 2/3 of your life?
Well, certainly we'd love to have a family. For me, my biggest passion away from the golf course is my foundation, and it's just an honor. My mother, who passed away from breast cancer, we have a huge event every January, and so kind of as my season's wrapping up now, I'm pushing towards a lot of work on our event and getting everything ready for that. But I'd love to be able to give more of my time to that than I do. I'm certainly involved, but having still playing a full schedule, I feel like maybe when I am able to give more time to the foundation, we can really grow in a different direction, and possibly TV. I don't know. I'm after your job.
That's not going to be hard. Possibly TV. It's one of those, coy, I can do anything, but maybe TV is one of those things I'll fall back on.
I actually really enjoyed, I worked with Fox covering the U.S. Open last year at Chambers Bay, and that was my first kind of foray into it, and I really enjoyed it. And it's something that I'll probably look into eventually. I got some years left, though, on tour first.
Well, she certainly does. And by the way, at the end of this event, she cranked a drive about 560 yards down the center of the straightaway at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's pretty difficult to hit the ball that straight. A little nervous?
Yeah, it's very narrow. I mean, our fairways on tour, this may be 15 yards wide. It's pretty narrow. And then to keep it straight the whole way so that it gets that straight bounce. But it was a lot of fun. It's definitely a unique experience for me to be able to hit a golf ball off the finish line right there. And it'll be really neat to be back here and to play the golf course here in the Brickyard. There's one athlete that is very comfortable about doing something that she usually doesn't do on a regular basis in life and in business. Thank you, Morgan. Appreciate it. Okay.